What if everything you've heard about GHK-Cu is only 20% of what it actually does? I spent 3 months running GHK-Cu thinking it was nothing more than just a cosmetic peptide. Turns out, I was wrong, because around month 4, something happened to make me run it for a whole 12-month period. See, the problem with how GHK-Cu is being marketed is that everyone's focused on the surface level stuff. The changes you see in the mirror, and while those results are real, that's where most people stop. They run it for a month, maybe 2, but never stick around long enough to see what happens when you push past day 90. So in this video, I'm breaking down my complete 12-month GHK-Cu experiment and what I learned that reshaped how I use it personally and with clients. The stacks, the dosing, the timing that produced real results, and exactly what I do differently if I was starting today. In case you're new here, I'm NICK TRIGELI, former IP Pro bodybuilder, performance coach to thousands of men optimizing their hormones and performance. Before we go any further, this is not medical advice. I am not a doctor. This video is strictly educational based on my personal experiment. You should always consult with a licensed physician before using any compound. Now that we got that out of the way, let's dive right in. So let's start why I even decided to run GHK-Cu in the first place. Like most people, I heard the hype around better skin, improved collagen, recovery, and so on. At the time, I was coming off a heavy training block and dealing with some nagging connective tissue issues. So I thought, why not? Let's see if this is worth it. First, let me explain what this peptide is and how it works, because the mainstream narrative around GHK-Cu is completely missing the bigger picture. GHK-Cu is a naturally occurring copper peptide that's found in your human plasma, your saliva, and your urine. Your body literally produces this compound naturally. But here's what makes that interesting and frankly concerning. As we age, our natural levels of GHK-Cu decline significantly. And here's the part that no one's talking about. Your grandfather at age 60 probably had better GHK-Cu levels than most 30-year-olds walking around today. Why? Because he wasn't exposed to the estimated 80,000 industrial chemicals that we are now in our environment, disrupting our copper metabolism at a cellular level. That decline correlates with a lot of age-related tissue degrading, which is why most people started looking at it for anti-aging applications. But it's not just aging. It's accelerated aging from the environmental factors that our bodies were never designed to handle. Think about it for a second. Previous generations could recover from physical labor, injuries, and training without needing peptides or advanced supplementation. Their bodies just worked. They had connective tissue that lasted. They had skin that aged normally, and a recovery capacity that didn't suddenly fall off a cliff. Today, guys in their early 30s have joints that feel like they're 50. Tissue that breaks down faster than it repairs. Recovery that requires a full pharmacy just to feel normal. So when the supplement industry tells you to buy collagen powder or joint support formulas, they're treating the symptom. They're not addressing why your body lost the ability to produce and utilize its own repair mechanisms in the first place. Here are some of the main benefits of GHK-Cu that make it totally different from every other peptide. First, collagen production and the tissue remodeling. It stimulates collagen synthesis and helps break down the damaged collagen, allowing for new, healthy tissue to form. And this is why everyone talks about the skin and hair benefits. It's the most visible effect. Second, it modulates inflammation. GHK-Cu influences the gene expression directly related to the inflammatory response. So it can help calm the excessive inflammation while supporting the healing process. Third, and this is key, it affects your copper metabolism at a cellular level. Copper is essential for the enzymatic processes throughout your body. Tissue repair, energy production, antioxidant defense systems. So when you supplement with GHK-Cu, you're delivering copper in a highly bioavailable form that can be utilized across multiple biological systems. Second, third, and the rest of the cycles. The cosmetic benefits from the first round were solid. My skin looked better, my recovery was improved, the sleep was better, and my joints felt a lot more comfortable. So I ran again, starting at 2.5 milligrams per day, 5 times per week. I was injecting subcutaneous, rotating between the abdomen and the upper thighs every morning. And this is the cycle that I pretty much ran continuously for GHK-Cu. My entire sleep architecture changed completely. I had deeper sleep, I had less waking up during the night. My training recovery accelerated in a way that didn't match up with just tissue repair. I was bouncing back from heavy sessions faster than I was before starting the GHK-Cu. My joint discomfort that I'd been managing for years and years started diminishing in ways that went beyond what I experienced in round 1. And here's the kicker. My overall inflammation markers were getting a lot better. Not just localized to where I was training, but system-wide. Now, let's get to the real question I get asked all the time. Nick, how do I actually get started with GHK-Cu? Well, after my experiment and working with dozens of clients, here's the exact protocol I would follow if I was starting over. Start conservative. You can always increase, but you can't undo taking too much. So the dosing I would start with is 1.5 to 2 milligrams per day. The frequency, 5 times per week. The injection site, always subcutaneous, your abdominal wall or your upper thigh. You can rotate the sites to avoid the irritation. And the timing, morning, preferably fasted, and the consistency matters more than the timing. So the cycle length I would do would be 60 to 90 days, then reassess based on your response and your results. Now, if you don't want to leave results on the table, you can run GHK-Cu with other peptides because of the synergistic benefits. So stack number 1, you can do GHK-Cu with BPC 157 for maximum tissue repair and recovery. Stack number 2, GHK-Cu plus thiamucin beta-4 for deep tissue healing and systemic recovery. Stack number 3, GHK-Cu plus CJC1295 and ipramelin for enhanced recovery and anti-aging. Now, stack number 4, GHK-Cu plus NAD+, NMN, or NR for mitochondrial optimization and the tissue repair. So there you have it, the complete GHK-Cu breakdown, the systemic benefits that no one's talking about, the exact protocols, the dosing I personally use. But here's the thing, this only works when you have the right dosing protocol based on your blood work. You're stacking strategically without creating redundancy, and you're running legitimate pharmaceutical grade compounds with proper monitoring. So if you're serious about running GHK-Cu or any peptide protocol the right way, click the first link in the description and book a call with my team. We work with high-performing men over 30 who want elite physiques, optimized hormones, and better recovery without wasting time and money on trial and error. We'll review your blood work, your goals, your current protocol, and build a personalized peptide and hormone optimization plan that actually fits your body and your situation. If you got value from this breakdown, hit subscribe, drop a comment, and let me know.